I'm out here at Coronado Bridge to capture blue hour. So it's well before sunrise, hence the iPhone flashlight shining on my face right now. Hopefully that's not too harsh. But the mix that the ambient light here along with blue hour, it's one of my favorite spots to get blue hour shots in San Diego. And it's right in between some rain that's been coming through the area. So there's still bits of cloud up in the sky. The ground is completely soaked right now. So that should make for very clear air. Right? All the dust has been washed out of the air. So I'm hoping for some very crisp photos of the bridge and then letting blue hour do its thing around it. So I'm gonna get out here and get set up and start grabbing a few photos. Wow, these colors are already seeping through the camera so nicely. I hope that you can kind of see me here. I'm having to open up the the aperture on the video camera insanely wide. All right, I do not want steady shot. I'm not even sure. I must have bumped a button. All right, let's see here. Let's get our camera settings reset here. No exposure compensation needed. No filters needed. I also don't need an insane depth of field like I have right now. Let's bump that back up. ISO 125, just nudging up from 100 so that I don't have to break out the bulb mode and the timers and all that kind of stuff. I can just be under 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and set focus, turn that off. I'm going to try my trigger. I know my trigger has problems when it's cold, and it's about, surprisingly, about 45 degrees. So I don't know, what is that in Celsius? 12? 11? It's chilly, especially for me, and especially for my remote. Yep, all right, we're gonna go to the 2-second timer. Press, let go. This ground is kind of spongy, so I'm not going to move while the camera takes its 20-ish second exposure. As if I do, I'll introduce vibration into the shot, and I certainly don't want that. I'll end up with a fuzzy bridge. Fuzzy water, no problem. Fuzzy bridge, bad news. I'm going to position myself in a way that hides some trash cans behind this statue here. But man, those clouds are starting to look good. I really got to get myself over to the city. I keep getting distracted by cool things. Oh, this is nice, and I definitely want to get some of this big sky up here. 28, 30 millimeter, maybe even, maybe 28 to 30 is good. I keep a little bit of that foreground water. All right, focus on the city. F11, do not need any exposure compensation. Getting about 5 seconds on the shutter, so that's going to give me a little bit of a removal of chop. At the tighter focal length, I can't resist taking in a pano. I do need to push up my aperture higher, so I want to get at least a couple of seconds on each panel because of the water. A little bit of smoothness on the water makes the stitching so much easier. Otherwise, the ripples in the water will not line up. It just won't happen. And I'm being a little lazy. I don't have to lock down in between each panel because this is very sturdy ground, concrete. I've got a lull in the morning joggers, so that's good. All right, I think I've got what I want out of the city here. I'm gonna go back to that statue a little bit, that sculpture, I should really say. It's hollow on the back side of it, and I'm wondering now there's a little more light if there's a view through its eyes of the bridge, see if that makes an interesting photo or not. I think this is the one moment in time I wish I had a center column. This would be so much easier with a center column. It's too bad that the sunrise isn't coming through these eyes right now. That'd be wonderful. But I'll hang for a little bit more. Now there's a bit of color up in the sky. See if that materializes. I really don't want to change this setup in case that does, because it took quite a bit to dial it in and get the exact position and the height, so you can recognize a little bit of the bridge through these eye sockets. I'll do a little handheld work with the other camera, or just enjoy the morning, take it all in.